All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Tuesday. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed, as Bitcoin is getting a bit of a pullback right now. As you can see, we have come down from the high that we made last week about 7%. 7%. So this is the most significant pullback that we have had since the very beginning of November. In fact, since November 4th, when this long setup was given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. We have not seen anything close to a 7% pullback. So today we're going to be discussing, is Bitcoin bouncing right now from the local Fibonacci golden pocket, about to make another higher high, just keeping on this trend line that we've been trading here since November 11th, 2024? Or are we going to see a bit more of a pullback? Now, as usual, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes within the first half hour of the stream, we will absolutely be giving away 1,000 USDT. So that means right now we have about 25 minutes to get 1,000 likes. And then if we can, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. We got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat right now. First of all, major shout out to Marcielo Rodriguez. Shout out to my man who says, I blame Jim Cramer, Splashfire Films. Yeah, I did hear that Jim Cramer was actually bullish on Bitcoin, so that's never a good sign. Shout out to Petrov M. Shout out to Tari Prigo. He says, Jason looks ripped today. You know what it is, guys? I've been losing weight, honestly. I've been losing some weight. Haven't been eating as much. Shout out to Knox. Shout out to Preparing for War. Bitfinex buy orders at 92K. Shout out to Seppi. He says 2 hours FOMC minutes. That's going to be interesting. Shout out to Trading J. Shout out to Drumhop. Shout out to Jacob Kimkowski Sports Podcast. Thoughts on Blast? I don't have any thoughts on Blast, to be honest, but we can absolutely take a look. Shout out to G Money. And shout out to Nihilist UK. And Duncan Blockchain Metaverse C, who says J son. All right. Shout out to Anthony. Thank you, bro. God bless you. May God bless you all. In Jesus' name. Thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to Jordan Goes Pump Trump. That's right. Trump did pump us. He pumped us right up. Now, here's the thing, guys. You know, we knew, at least I knew, that we weren't going to hit that $100,000 target. There's just no way that the good old the market maker, what's the market maker gonna do? All right, shout out to Tino from Traders Reality. But no, seriously, there's no way, right? We knew our target was front running $100,000. Over here in the community, we were looking at that level basically between 92 99.2 and 99.2 and 99.8. And then, of course, guess what? What do you know, right? We come up to the box, and that's where we get our rejection. Why? Why did this happen? Because there's no way Bitcoin's going to tap $100,000 like that easy, all right? I cannot tell you the number of people who have contacted me on Saturday and Sunday, because I don't really see people except on Saturdays and Sundays, because I live shut up in my house. I don't go anywhere except on Saturdays and Sundays. And people are asking me, Jason, should I buy Bitcoin now? Should I buy Bitcoin now? On Sunday. That's crazy, man. Saturday and Sunday asking to buy Bitcoin. I'm like, no, not now. You got to wait for a pullback. I mean, here's the thing. I believe we still have more upside in this bull run, but it is phenomenal how when everyone's talking about 100K and the most random people who you haven't talked to about Bitcoin since the bear market are now asking you, should I buy now? They're like getting the FOMO, like I'm going to miss out. It's like, that's when we're going to get a bit of a pullback, all right? Shout out to the Casper crew, all right? We were aware of this. We were, even after we got that first rejection, looking for the bearish back test into that 786 Fibonacci. And honestly, that is exactly what happened. We did get the bearish back test. We pulled the fib from the high to the low. We ended up getting a retracement right into that 786 zone, making for a beautiful short, locked in. A little bit of profits on this baby already. All right, shout out to the Casper crew. Now, we got to talk about what's happening in the moment here, because Bitcoin is bouncing from a key area. All right, now my long trade did get stopped out, okay? I stopped out of this long trade for a $41,792 profit. And then I took another long trade yesterday from right here, which was also stopped out for a small profit, all right? So small wins, small losses, big wins. That's the way to do it, all right? These are the last 4 trades I've taken here. This is all that BLOFIN will show. But you guys have seen my trades all the way along. You guys see me take my losses. You guys see me take my wins, all right? And of course, I did hit that take profit, the $99,500 TP over on MEXC. And by the way, guys, MEXC is the best deal on fees. If you want to join MEXC, link in the description and the pinned comment. Locked in a juicy $50,000 profit on this one, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. Also, we are doing Black Friday sales. Before I forget, Casper Crew, VIP Discord. We are doing sales on the Casper Crew for new members only. We got massive deals going on for all the courses, all right? For the advanced course, the intro course, the White Phoenix course, 50% off. And then VIP membership deals. You can get 30% off VIP if you sign up for 6 months, 20% off if you sign up for 3 months. All right. This is all available at jasoncaspertrading.com/Black Friday. But also in the description of this video is the first link, and in the pinned comment of this video, it is also the first link. So make sure to check out these deals. Additionally, BLOFIN is offering their 10% cash back, $1,000 future bonus, plus a chance to win all these rewards if you sign up using the Jason Casper link. All right, these are exclusive to Jason Casper. All right, because BLOFIN loves Jason Casper, because Jason Casper has 100,000 YouTube subscribers and a strong trading community, and so BLOFIN loves Jason Casper. They'll give me some good deals for you guys. All right, so let's discuss what is happening right now with Bitcoin. First of all, we do have a little bit of a bearish narrative here going on, okay? Basically, as we all know, the Bitcoin price can be summed up in a story, a tale of 2 Mexican gangsters. First of all, we have El Punto Verde, which we call in English the green dot. In Espanol, El Punto Verde. He's known as the green dot, right? Now, when we get the green dot on the daily time frame, that means big pump for the next few days. Now, we got that green dot right here, big pump for the next few days. When we got El Punto Rojo right here on Tuesday, November 14th, I was saying I expect sideways and or down for the next few days, because El Punto Rojo, historically speaking, for the past 8 months, always means sideways and or down for the next few days. All right, El Punto Rojo right here, sideways for a week. El Punto right here, down. All right, El Punto Rojo right here, we got sideways for the next few days. El Punto Rojo right here, down. Now, there is a little bit of concern here because not only is El Punto Rojo rearing his head right here, but also we are seeing something known as a bearish divergence. A bearish divergence is when, as the price is getting higher, the momentum waves are getting lower. And this bearish divergence actually did confirm here on Sunday. All right. Now, El Punto Rojo likes to smuggle those bearish candles across the border as support and resistance. And El Punto Verde likes to smuggle the bullish candles across those borders. Now, secretly, they both work for the United States government. The United States government is playing both ends of the candlestick, no pun intended. All right, but we won't talk about that today. Instead, what we will talk about today is the fact that Sam Bankman-Fried has strangely uneven man boobs. No one quite knows why, all right? Some people think that it's the effect of the methamphetamines mixed with the climate in the Bahamas that causes the left side to be quite large. Although we can't know for certain, what we can know for certain is if we take a screenshot of these and we post them onto our Bitcoin chart, we can see that if we stretch out the breasts, they do line up quite perfectly. Now, medically, this is known as leftist gynecomasticus, but colloquially, this is known as a bearish divergence. And Sam Bankman-Fried, as we know, is responsible for a pretty historic Bitcoin dump. So we gotta watch out when we see him coming onto the charts. So we do have a bit of a bear div here. In addition to that, when we go to our 4-hour time frame, we see something like this, all right? As we came up to this area, we are seeing the money flow on the 4-hour time frame market cipher be getting lower, all right? In addition to that, after we changed market structure on the 4-hour time frame, we continued with bearish market structure. Remember, going all the way back to November 11th and even before that, we've continued to only make higher highs and higher lows. Going all the way back to November 4th, we made a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then all of a sudden, we make a lower high, right? So look at this. Right here, if we zoom in real close, we can see that we made a high, then we made a low, and this low right here is actually closing the candles below this previous low on the 4-hour time frame. And then we come into the zone of resistance between the Fibonacci golden pocket and the 786. Now, the reason why this is important is because Sam Bankman-Fried, very bearish, but the whole context, when we look at the bigger picture, we can see actually that it's not just Sam Bankman-Fried, but it's also the Fibonacci 618 level that's causing the rejection. Because the 618 is a girl, her name is 6Juanita, my high school crush. She broke my heart and rejected me back in high school because I was in something called the friend zone. So instead of getting the, matching Ben Coin tattoos on the neck and on the hand and living happily ever after in our white picket fence house with a dog and a pool and a few kids off our crypto gains, she broke my heart and rejected me. And this story, this picture that we see right here, is actually playing out right now. And the heartbreak is real, guys. Don't let anyone tell you it's not real, okay? People say, it's all feelings. Look, feelings are real, okay? They don't have any mass, so we can't measure them on a scale. But think of it this way, right? You have a CD, a blank CD. You guys remember CDs? Weigh that CD on a scale. Then go ahead and put a whole bunch of music on the CD. Weigh the CD on a scale. Well, there's a whole bunch of music on the CD, but the weight is the exact same. It's because that CD has feelings, man. It has those feelings, man. Can't measure them, all right? But they're there. Now, let's discuss what happens in the event of a larger pullback. Now, the first thing I really want to be aware of, guys, is the fact that could we bounce from here? The answer is yes. And the reason is if we pull a fib from the first last low, all right, it's a very technical term called the first last low. If we pull our fib from the first last low to our current high, let's get off of Coinbase here. Let's go to ByBit, the only chart that counts, all right? Let's go to ByBit. If we pull our fib from our first last low to our current high, and we pull the volume, we can see that we are at major support right now. Because although the 6Juanita did break our heart, rejected us in the friend zone, because we're in the friend zone, well, she will be there for support because she needs us for stuff. She uses us to buy her stuff if she needs money, or to cheat off our homework because she's really dumb in high school. Or if she needs a ride somewhere, she'll call us up, right? Because she doesn't have her license, but we do. So she uses us. And so she's not going to totally get us out of her life. She'll be there for support. Say, don't worry, Jason, some girl out there is for you. Now, we have the golden pocket, we have the 786, and we have the point of control of this entire last, basically, week and a half of price action. So this could be the place where we bounce. In fact, I'm very interested in this area. In fact, we go over to BLOFIN, where they are offering a 10% cash back. You can see that my general idea was invalidation is below the 786, because now if we go to the 4 hour, it becomes even more apparent of how much support and resistance we have there. In fact, even if we go to the daily, guys, right, we can just see that we even have like a daily order block right in here, right? So it's a very, very key level. Support resistance flip. It's a 786. It's a high volume node. Very key level. And so this could be a place where we look for that bounce. And so what I'm doing right now is, although I haven't entered into a fresh long here, well, I did yesterday. Like I said, I entered into this trade right here from the Fibonacci golden pocket bounce, got stopped out. And then after I got stopped out, I didn't enter again, right? So that trade, small win, right? I don't even consider it a win. I consider it a break even. I consider anything less than $100 or $1,000 a break even, okay? Win or loss, basically. But now I got stopped out, and so the 4 hour time frame is starting to give us that bottom. Okay, so there's two ways this is going to work. In a very strong uptrend, that 4 hour oversold wave is very powerful, especially when we get the big green dot down here. It's called a Big Ben dot, all right, like the big clock over across the pond in wherever city it's in. I don't really know because I'm an American. But the thing is, this money flow coming down so low could actually act as support. If you guys remember last week, we were looking at the 1 hour money flow over here, saying that this 1 hour money flow coming down into the purple could very well act as our support if we start to see it curve back into the blue, and that's exactly what happened. Well, now I say the same thing is true for our 4 hour money flow here, right? We start to see this money flow curve back to the upside, and in my opinion, that's going to give us more push to the upside, and we can absolutely bounce from this area. So what I'm actually most interested in now is, when I'm looking at these lower time frames on Market Cipher, I'd like to see us continue to range here for a little bit, maybe stop out some of the longs, and then form that nice rounded bottom here with continued drive of bullish divergence, all right, aka the uneven butt cheek pattern. All right, so you got Dolores at the diner, the price is coming down to the point of control of the range, mind you. All right, it's not just coming down to an arbitrary level, it's coming down to the point of control of the range, which is what we're looking for, right? The point of control of the range. And then we look at Market Cipher B, and what do we see? Well, we see the uneven butt cheek pattern, right? Left cheek, big, juicy. Right cheek, nice and skinny. Right, go ahead and put the Dolores onto the chart here. Let's see. This is kind of what we want to see here, right? This is what I would be looking for right now, within the next few hours or so. Given the fact that there's the potential of a 4 hour bottom, I'd be looking at the lower time frames for a bit of an entry. All right, things are starting to look pretty nice on these lower time frames here. Additionally, if we start to see lower time frame change of market structure where we are officially now breaking out, making higher highs, then what we can do is we can pull our fib again like this, and we could look to basically long a retest, right? Now, if you can't catch a bottom, what you can do is you can wait for a retest, and right here, if we do the left shoulder, the head, and let's say we do break out here, we make a higher high, then you look for that right shoulder after the change of market structure. And what I mean by that, guys, is this, right? This is our 24-minute time frame. We have our high, our low, our lower high, our lower low, our lower high, our lower low. Then, for the first time, we actually make a high that's higher than the previous lower high. See how that works? And once you make that higher high, this is telling you, low time frame trend reversal. Now, we can look for a higher low. And typically that higher low is going to come in right around that zone of support that we made the first time, if you're looking at head and shoulders. And typically you also want to see that coming in with the Fibonacci confluence, all right? And so these are two potential ways I would be looking for a long here. Number one, we range here for a little bit, maybe make it a little bit of a lower low, grab some liquidity. Or number two, we get a breakout, we come back down for a retest, and then maybe we launch to the stratosphere, all right? Now, let's say that doesn't happen, right? Because sometimes when you're looking at Market Cipher B, you think you're going to print the uneven butt cheek pattern, but it doesn't quite work that way. In fact, the momentum waves kind of just flop to the downside right? We might range here for a while, and we start to see like momentum waves getting lower, money flow coming down, starting to look pretty crappy. This is also known medically as a butt cheek blowout. In fact, I'm not even joking, because if we take a look here at this article, a woman was actually arrested for using fix-a-flat butt injections. And you think her butt looks normal, like a normal uneven butt cheek pattern's about to print, but whoa, butt cheek blowout, okay? This baby got back, and one twisted take on beauty, all right? South Florida cops busted a syringe-wielding freak for allegedly injecting a woman's buttocks with cement, mineral oil, and fix-flat. You know, it's kind of like synthol for us meatheads, right? You know, except fix-a-flat. Any weightlifters out there, bodybuilders, ever inject fix-a-flat into your delts to try and get that 3D caps look? You know what I'm saying? The Rich Piana look? In a bizarre bid to give her big buns. Man, that's pretty crazy, huh? Those big buns, man. All right, be careful. Be careful what you wish for. All right, be careful what you wish for. Yeah, so here's the thing, guys. We got 1,300 people in here. We have 300 likes. All right, so if everyone likes the video in the next 7 minutes, we can do a $1,000 giveaway. But if not, we won't be able to. Ganesh wants to know, what is this? This is called technical analysis. I don't know if you ever heard, but make sure to like the video and subscribe. All right? Make sure to like the video and subscribe. All right, so let's talk. If we do get a butt cheek blowout here, then what? Well, then I'd say it's most probable that we come back down towards the low of the range, where we have the value area low, as well as some liquidity down here. Okay, so we're talking around 84K. It's a zone. It's a zone. But if we're not going to hold this, guys, then 84K for me is on the table. Now, are there other places we could bounce? Yes, there are. Okay, and if you're in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, which currently we do have a juicy discount on, 30% off the Casper Crew VIP Discord, or 20% depending on what plan, right? But if you're in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, you know all the levels that we're looking at, right? But in general, these are the two main levels here. We lose POC, we come down to value area low, where there are lots of stop losses below these lows. I would expect a liquidity grab, all right? If we are not going to hold that area, then the same levels that we've been looking at for the past few weeks are still in effect, okay? The most obvious and the juiciest level of all time is simply going to be the back test of these highs, all right? These highs, this is going to be, in my opinion, a very juicy potential swing trade, right? Because if we go to the weekly time frame, all right, and we look at how this has happened, we have basically 3 big blue candles, a big breakout, which is bullish, right? Breakouts are bullish, but you know what's even more bullish? Is a breakout and then a retest. Now, I know when I say this, immediately people get mad. They give a thumbs down. Jason, how could you even say such a thing? I mean, Bitcoin's going up only, all right? Haven't you watched Ivan Tech's videos? I have, right? And Ivan Tech, I love him, actually. And he's super bullish, but here's the thing. Ivan Tech is not a trader as much as he is a technology guy and a hodler, right? So look, breakout and retest, very possible. Don't ever believe something's not possible. Is it guaranteed to happen? No. There's lots of levels on the way down we could get our bounce from. But if we're on the weekly time frame here, we have a very bullish breakout. Now, if we come down for a retest, if we go ahead and pull our fib from that last major low to the high, right? The low of the setup that we gave in the Casper Crew, we got our 786. We pull from this low, we got our 618, right? Beautiful confluence here, all right? Then we have ourselves an amazing swing trade, potentially up to that next big target of around $120,000. This is a swing trade opportunity that I believe is going to be if it happens. Now, I'm not saying, look, we were waiting for the low 40s for the biggest swing trade of the market cycle. Never happened, all right? This was a level on my radar here. Never happened, right? See, here's the thing. You have to have multiple plans for multiple levels, all right? You have to have multiple plans for multiple levels. Because, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, this is the long we gave this morning in the Casper Crew. What's that long trade? The long trade that we gave from 67K, the last big move that we gave up, right from 67K, this last big pump, right? you don't only have to have one plan, but you do have to be aware of multiple plans. So right now, in the event of a large pullback, a scary one, that wrecks everybody who bought the FOMO, the Trump FOMO, this is the place you want to be looking. All right, this is the place you want to be looking. Now, what do we need to really be watching out for? We need to be looking at these high time frames, printing red dots. The 5-day printing a red dot. The 6-day potentially about to print a red dot. The 3-day having confirmed a red dot. Do not be surprised if we see a little bit more of a pullback here. Okay? Now I can already see the thumbs downs coming in, because here's the thing, and I'm gonna spit the truth, baby. I'm gonna give it to you straight, never give it to you gay. All right, if you're thumbs downing because of analysis, you're probably eventually gonna lose all your gains. All right, I'm just being honest with you. All right, that means you're emotional, and you are probably gonna lose all your gains, right? Because during a bull market, the market's like a drug dealer. He'll let you 20x your account leverage trading for free. That one trade, 20x your account, that first high. Then you're going to spend the rest of the bear market chasing that first high, long in every dip, and losing everything and more. Okay? So, I'm just giving it to you straight, never giving it to you gay, guys. If you're a trader out there, right, you got to be aware that we could see some juicy pullbacks. All right? So yeah, that $70,000 to $73,000 level, that's pretty important. Pretty dang important, all right? Let's see what's going to happen now on the Bitcoin price action. Actually, let's see who we got in chat. Check out who we got in chat a little bit. Yeah, this is the way. I've been talking to Trader Geo. Actually, I haven't been talking to Trader Geo, but here's the thing, guys. Look, I'm not bearish on Bitcoin, but we have to be prepared for stuff, all right? I actually am bullish on Bitcoin. I expect higher prices, but we have to be prepared for stuff. And we don't even entertain these lower levels until we have reason to, okay? So right now, in this exact moment, we don't even entertain Bitcoin below 90 until Bitcoin's below 90, right? Right now, this is the level. All right, this is the level I am looking for a bounce. I'm looking for a move to the upside from this exact area. I'm looking for it. I think it could happen based on all the bullish analysis I gave you at the beginning of the stream. But if it doesn't happen, then what am I going to do? Well, then we take it as it comes. We come to the next area of support. This is how you're going to be consistent and profitable over time. Our next area of support is going to be down at the value area low of the range, right? If that doesn't happen, we know we got the CME gap right around 77.5. But eventually, we have to be prepared for a pullback to retest the major support resistance flip that we've had for the past 8 months, right? We got to be prepared for it. Right around here. Got to be prepared. Oh, okay. That's our timer. Did we get 1,000 likes? Looks like nah. Alright. Looks like nah. Alright. Alright, who we got in the chat? Shout out to Prod by Abe Howe. Show us some levels. Shout out to Fire Lions. Yeah, the CME gap, that's the level. Shout out to Joe Potter. Shout out to William. Check CBD open interest on the 15 minutes. Looks like a short squeeze. Let's check it out. Let's check out the order flow here. Yeah, it does look like a short squeeze. We've had a lot of shorts close out on that pump. It does look short squeezes to me, for sure. Post show. All right, let's take a look at some other coins here. And if we do start to bounce from here, guys, I will actually be adding to this long trade over on ByBit. All right, over on ByBit. Already locked in 31K. This has been nuts, all right? So just so far, since November 4th, I've locked in 31 plus 41. So let's just say 70K plus 50K on MEXC. This has probably been one of the most, in fact, this has been the most profitable last few weeks of my trading career. $120,000 since November 4th. This is the most profitable last few weeks of my entire trading career. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. It doesn't feel euphoric at all. I don't feel any kind of euphoria about that at all. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? It is interesting. All right, let's take a look at CryptoFace could make that in 2 minutes. Isn't that funny? Let's take a look at some other assets here. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. Because ETH was pumping yesterday. I was getting the announcements and the alerts here as I was... Okay, so ETH, very, very technical. Very, very, very technical. Man, let's discuss this ETH chart. I like what I see, baby. I do like what I see. All right. Okay. Wow, yeah, so... Man, oh man, would you look at that, guys. The long setup we gave on ETH played out perfectly so far. All right? Perfectly so far. We pulled our fib. This is back when this was our high. We were looking for a pullback down into this zone. We dipped right into our entry here. Boom. And then we got the next big move to the upside, all right? So would you look at that? Would you look at that? Absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, all right? Just like Dolores. Beautiful and gorgeous. Bullish divergences. All right. We got to give a major shout out to our super chat in the house. Shout out to Tint by Designs. Jason, thank you for your awesome TA and education. Well, God bless you, Tint by Designs. May God bless you. All right, so ETH, looking juicy, looking beautiful. So here's what's happened with ETH, all right? We knew that the breakout of this value area low and the back test, which the back test was this entire purple stop loss zone, because this is zone, it's not a level, right? Was going to give us our next move to the upside. Now we're coming up to the point of control of this old range here, and we're starting to see a little bit of resistance. Okay, so this is very, very interesting for ETH. Here's what I would be looking for right now. We got to adjust our fib first of all to make it line up with this new high. Let's remove this box. Let's remove the long setup. Okay, let's discuss what would I be looking for on ETH right now. There's two things. All right, thing number one, honestly, would have to be just continuing to the upside. And if we come up to this trend line, I would be looking for a back test of this high volume node here. Right? I'd be looking for a back test of this high volume node around 3,500. This could actually offer us a pretty nice, if we continue up, wherever we wick down to, right? Wick down to, and then get the back test. This could be a pretty nice move for the breakout of this massive trend line here, right? Remember, we've been consolidating here since the last bull market in what kind of is like a triangle, right? We got 1, 2, 3 taps of the upper trend line, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 taps of the lower trend line. And this could be that last pullback we get before the actual breakout, which in my opinion will take us up to a $5,500 ETH. You know, so this could be the next big move that I would be looking for on ETH in that sign of strength, reclaiming that $3,500 level and then coming back down for a back test. All right. Something else I'd still be interested in. Okay, I'm sorry. I get a little tongue-tied on these streams. All right. I would still be interested, guys, in a bit more of a pullback. If Bitcoin's going to get more of a pullback, this is our local range for ETH right now. Okay. This is our local range for ETH. If Bitcoin's going to get more of a pullback, we might expect Ethereum to bull flag a little bit before the big break. If that's the case, I still would have my eyes set on this. Look at how beautiful this is. We have the lows, all right? We have the highs. We have liquidity to be taken. We have the Fibonacci golden pocket, all right? If we get more of a pullback for ETH, the $2,900, $2,008 to $2,900 level is very juicy, right? I would be looking for a bounce from this area, all right? Right around this area here. And I would honestly expect that bounce to eventually break us out. So this is a pretty nice opportunity in the event of a bit of a pullback here for ETH, all right? It's looking really nice. Because remember the overall context of Ethereum right now. And I know people like Jason, it's Ethereum, not Ethereum. No, it's Ethereum, all right? That's what most people call it. Because you're used to crypto people, all right, who know what Ethereum is. But I deal with just normal people, right? You know, they just got into crypto, they signed up to Coinbase. They're like, Jason, you know, I saw Bitcoin, but it's so expensive. I I just don't have $100,000 right now, but I saw this other coin called Ethereum, I think it was. I think that thing could become the next Bitcoin. It's only 3,000 right now. You know, the Ethereum, you ever hear of that? Ethereum, I think it is. All right, so that's what most Americans call it right now. Soon it will change. So I just call it because, you know, I'm trying to fit in with the crowd, you know what I'm saying? I want to fit in, you know. Life's all about fitting in. It's all about making other people think you're cool when you're not. All right, that's the purpose of life, they say. All right. So, yeah, I would either be looking for a move down to the golden pocket for the bounce and the breakout, or I'd be looking for a move above this POC, back test, and then boom. And then my targets for ETH for the rest of the bull run, 5.5, then 8.5, based on Fibonacci extension levels. Let's take a look at Solana. Oh my goodness, Solana making a new all-time high, CDW. All right, this is so dang bullish. Let's talk about Sol. All right, let's talk about Sol. Look, I'm bullish on all these coins, guys. Just because we're looking for potential pullbacks doesn't mean I'm not bullish. But if you're long in the top, man, you got some issues, all right? You got some issues to work out if you're long in the top. If you're waiting until now to freaking buy, you got some serious issues, all right? You're headed for destruction, right? You're headed for destruction, all right? All right, let's discuss Solana. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Epong TV. Shout out to Prime. Yeah, Panic FOMO. It is weird. We have seen the Panic FOMO popping on in, all right? We have seen the Panic FOMO popping on in. Okay, so Sol has gotten the breakout of the trend line. We've made a new all-time high. Swing failure pattern. All right. Shout out to callsign Arix. He says, I know you don't trade meme coins, but Trog. Okay, we'll check out Trog, man. We'll check out Trog. Shout out to callsign Arix. Thank you so much for the super chat. Swing failure pattern here. Okay, let's see what's happening. We are coming down right now to a support resistance flap. Right here. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be our first support right there. Okay. And let's pull some fibs. All right, we got to pull. We got to do what we got to do. All right, we're gonna break down this chart. All right. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We have two beautiful levels here on Sol. All right, this is so beautiful right now. This beautiful breakout of the triangle. Let's see where's our measured move. We got a swing failure pattern to be expected, right? Just take this. Let's see. Just curious. All right, yeah. It looks like we can definitely come higher based on the measured move of this. So we're gonna go down to our 4 hour. All right. Just like Bitcoin, there's a real chance that this is support. Why support? Because we had previous highs and liquidity, and we have taken that, bounced perfectly from the level, support resistance flip. This could be a bounce on Sol. All right. Now I'm just looking at this for the first time. I haven't looked at lower time frames, but I'm acknowledging the fact that based on the market structure, this could be a bounce on Sol, based on just coming down to the support resistance flip. All right. Now we also do need to be aware of bearish scenarios, right? But we're not thinking about bearish scenarios right now. We're looking at bullish scenarios. Let's go ahead and pull another fib from last low to high, and we are coming right down to support resistance flip plus the Fibonacci golden pocket. We'll take a look at our volume of all of this. And okay, so right around that high volume. So yeah, the first major support for Solana is going to be this box right here. Multiple areas of intersectionality where everything intersects. And then look, if we let me give you another scenario here. This is obviously, if Bitcoin's going to bounce, then I would say Sol could bounce for the same reasons, because we know in very bullish trends, when we see oversold 4-hour momentum waves with the Ben Armstrong BitBoy green dot, and we see the money flow coming to the zero line acting as support, this is a sign that we should immediately quit our day jobs, go and get neck and hand Bencoin tattoos, and live happily ever after off our altcoin gains, okay? Because it's a very bullish sign when that money flow is starting to curve to the upside after printing a big Ben Armstrong green dot on market Cipher B. Now, If we see Bitcoin form the bottom here, then we could see this thing form the bottom here. Let's go to the daily. The daily actually looks stronger than the Bitcoin daily. We don't see bear divs here. However, I really think it depends on this 4 hour. Let's go to the 24 minute. In my opinion, the 24 minute is dancing on the line. The money flow does not look as good as I would want it to look here. But it's not bad money flow, it's just completely horizontal. All right, what I look for a bottom, guys, on the market Cipher B money flow is I want to see money flow getting higher as the price is getting lower. So if the price is getting higher, you want to see this purple money flow. I'm sorry, if the price is getting lower, you want to see the purple money flow getting higher as the price gets lower. Right now, the purple money flow is literally equal to what it was right here, okay? We are seeing divergences, all right? So it's a little bit of a lower probability bounce from this zone, but we can wait because it's a zone, right? Let's say we come back a little bit lower now, and now we're really seeing the money flow starting to tick up over time, and we're seeing more bullish divs. You know, then I'd say that's a pretty strong looking long trade, right? So let's assume we do get a bounce from this area. We also need to be aware of a head and shoulders pattern, right? Head and shoulders. Change of market structure, head and shoulders. In the event of a head and shoulders pattern, in the event that it's not just straight up from here, that December's a sideways and bearish month, which a lot of times December's are low volume, right? In the event of a bearish scenario, then we have a very beautiful support resistance flip right in this green box around 197, 180 to 197, where we have multiple levels of confluence, right? So the one scenario is, and these are actually two potential long trades, all right? The one is we're looking for a long from this box. Ideally, if we stay here a little bit longer and see more bullish money flow, we got to be taking a profit one at 250, all right? Because there's a potential we reject, make a head and shoulders pattern, and then we come back down for a big retest of around, let's say 190, around 190. When we come down to 190, that's a beautiful support resistance flip, where then I would say we could look for the breakout, the retest, and then our next big move up to, you know, who knows? Honestly, who even knows? Who knows? The sky's the limit for Solana. Let's just, look, you know, I'll be sensational. Maybe I'll go viral on Twitter. $2,800 Sol, baby. Looking for a 1,000% gain on Solana. The sleeping giant of crypto. All right, maybe that's a little extreme. But I'd say at least we could shoot for the measured move target of this triangle here, right? So, at least something like this. Which is really, that's a $350 Solana, and honestly, it's pretty nice trade setup right there, honestly. But this whole thing is bullish. I'd say it looks bullish. The market's bullish. Yeah. But we have to take it as it comes, my friends. We have to take it as it comes. This is why I'm saying if you catch a long trade from this first green box, make sure you're hitting a TP1 at 250. And even if you're catching a long trade from down in this area, the way I trade is, you got to make sure you at least are taking your risk off the table, right? You long from here, we pump, you know, 30%. At least make it so you're not going to lose money on the trade. Or make it so you make a little money on the trade, right? That's the way I like to do it. I'm a very conservative trader. I'm a very safe trader. I play it safe. You know, I like to play it safe. Solana at 2K? Let's see. All right, shout out to Crypto Coons. Shout out to Gordon Swordson. Time for a giveaway. Well, did we get botted? Let's see here. Did we get botted? Something we're having here. We're getting some weird fluctuations in views here, man. Look at this. We had 2,000 viewers, and then a few minutes later we lost 1,000, and we gained back. Looks like we got botted. But the time limit, guys, was 30 minutes. 1,000 likes in 30 minutes. So whoever botted the stream, nice try. But we do it 30 minutes, all right? So if you're gonna bot the stream next time, do it in the first 30 minutes. But please don't bot my stream, guys. Please don't bot my stream. All right, it's not good for the YouTube algorithms. And then I'm not going to be able to do giveaways. All right. Shout out to call sign RX. He says, money sign Trog. Let's check out money sign Trog. On BingX. Maybe let me try without that thing. Alright, so this is some Trump coin, huh? Some Trump coin. Found it in Trump's wallet. Alright, Trump has Trog. Trog, Trump, pump, dump. Connecting the dots now. Q drop. There's a Q drop right here. They said, don't worry. On the top of the tower, you'll find the orange man with a scour. Which means secretly Trump's been president for the past 4 years, and Trog is going to pump now that he's president openly again. CQ is right. Trump is president again. Wow. That's crazy, man. All right, let's see. Look, obviously there's not a lot of data here, man. So there's really not much I can do with this coin. Like, there's not much analysis I can do. The only thing I can say is this looks very low liquidity. It's only available on BingX right now. So good luck trying to sell this thing with liquidity looking like this on the 6 hour. Alright? This is like a 5-second chart for, like, I don't know, like Cardano or something. Yeah, there's really not much I can say about it. I'm sorry, man, but thank you so much for the super chat. Obviously, it looks like people heard about it being in Trump's wallet the last few days. It got a little bit of a move up the last few days. A 10,000% pump. That's insane. That's insane. 10,000%. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Look, if it's going to be pumping 10,000%, I mean, let's just say it comes back to where it had. I mean, if it's going to pump 33,000% to where it started out on BingX, and you have a way to sell, and you throw $100 in here, and it goes up 33,000%, I'd say it's worth it. Honestly, even if you throw $10 in this thing, it either goes to 0 or pumps 33,000%. Could be worth it, all right? Shout out to Joe Who. He says Beam is dead. Are you talking about Beam or BingX? Because Beam is dead. Beam is dead, but BingX is where it's at. BingX is the new Beam, says everybody. Which is why I sold my Beam and got BingX. This is my idea for BingX. Looks like it's kind of playing out here. You know, BingX is looking good. BingX is looking good. Yeah, they say Beam is not the one to have. It's BingX. Shout out to Pedro. He says, check Troy. Yeah, we can check Troy. Interesting. Well, it's been very bullish since October. We pumped up about 500%. We had a really nice liquidity grab, those lows into the 786. Now, here's the thing. Again, this is very little data on the daily. We're going to have to go to the 4 hour. We had a little bull div here. I mean, this is a nice wick. Let's be honest. This wick and this 4 hour candle was nice in hindsight. In hindsight, that doesn't do us any good now. All right, let's pull a local fib and let's pull some volume here. Again, I don't know anything about Troy, so I'm a technical trader. Don't know what it is. Don't care. I can only give you the technicals on the chart. So let's say, let's go to our 1 hour. We got to go down pretty low. I don't really like the 1 hour. It looks like we want to come a little bit lower here. Let's pull the volume from this zone. I would be looking now down toward this local value area low in the 786. All right, for like another move to the downside. Back to this historic support zone, right? That's where I would be interested right now. It's the nicest level we have. Resistance, support, consolidation. Then we did a big wick to the downside with a big breakout. And now we have a chance once again to buy a support resistance flip at a fib level and a value area low. And what I would want to really see on Troy is I would want to see that 1 hour money flow starting to get higher, and I would want to see basically the good old-fashioned uneven butt cheek pattern, you know? The lords of the diner coming in. That's what I would want to see there. All right, shout out to Sev Osmos Adar. What's my thoughts on CAS? Let's check it out. Isn't it on MEXC? Oh, yeah, here we go. Did I buy CAS recently? I think I bought CAS the other day. But what chart was I on? Binance? I thought I had charted CAS already. I'm trying to find that chart. Maybe not. Well, I do have to say this. We are, we did get like a deviation below the trend line. Now we're back above it. Bouncing from the 786. See how that high was. All right, so we had some bear div at this high, and we did get a local change of market structure. Let's pull the fib, rejecting from the golden pocket. It's a little tough, honestly. It's a little tough. So ideally for me, I would say that I would like to come a little bit lower on this for a long position. Like ignoring that wick, we kind of have like this key area from this like daily order block here. I guess we already tapped into it with that wick. That's what makes it so tough. This wick makes it so tough. We have bearish divergences on the daily, which makes it difficult for me to get bullish now. If we come down to take these lows again, we will have very bullish divergence on our 4 hour. So something like this would be really, really bullish to me. Another thing I would be aware of just locally is if the low is in, let's see if we can't get a bit of a pullback and look for a higher low. All right, so basically, and if this is a little hard to follow, I apologize, but I don't really know what else to do. Basically, what we would be looking for is we'd say, you know what, I'm trying to force a trade. I'm trying to force it on CAS right now. Overall, though, I'd say CAS is bullish. If you're going to hold it for the rest of the bull market, it's bullish. But I would be trying to force a trade on this if I was going to be honest with you. All right. Major shout out to Jacasta, who says, Umbrella Network has spot perspective. All right, let's check it out. So, I think it looks pretty good for the following reasons. We have ourselves a local range, and we have ourselves very bullish divergences on market Cipher B on the weekly. Money flow getting massively higher. So yeah, it looks bullish to me. Looks nice. I would say, let's say we come back up to these highs. I don't know anything about Umbrella Network, okay? But the chart looks really good. I love the way the chart looks. If this has good fundamentals behind it, it looks really, really great. You know, let's say we just accumulate here. This is potentially a one. We're risk one to make 129. It's a really nice chart. I really like that. All right, shout out to Alejandro who says, "What's my thoughts on Algo Rand?" All right, we'll take a look at Algo. Well, these are my thoughts on it, basically. These are my thoughts on Algo. Like my general idea, we wicked down a little bit lower than my general idea, but I'd say it's still a valid idea because the trend line was pretty much hit to the dang dollar. All right. I would expect algo to get a big move to the upside based on our weekly, the weekly money flow cross, the fact that we have bullish divergence on the weekly. We made a high, we made a higher low right now with trigger waves. It looks pretty good. I'd say we could get it continued up to 63 cents. Now here's the thing. Would I long here? No. This is the setup idea I was giving a long time ago. So what would I do now? If I was looking for a long now on Algo Rand, we would have to wait for some kind of a pullback, which is tough, right? It is tough. But the only thing I could say now is, you know, if we come up to this area, our support, our target, and then get a bit of a pullback, then we could pull our fib, low to high, and look to long this support resistance flip right here, right? It was support, resistance, resistance, then it's the Fibonacci golden pocket, and then we look for the actual breakout to come back up to the highs, right? That's what I would have to look for now. All right, guys, I've got to head out. God bless everybody. May God bless you all in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for being here. I've got to head out, but I love each and every one of you. May God bless you all. I do pray that the Lord bless you all in multiple ways, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.